Welcome to Daily Glow, or welcome back. Today we have something I have not done before, a future spouse reading. So today we are going to be looking into what information can we channel about your future spouse, how you might meet them, and we'll just see what comes through this time. So I have 3 piles to choose from. So pile 1, you have the Lapis Lazuli and Chamomile. So let me read about your crystal a little. Lapis Lazuli stimulates your personal and spiritual power. It is considered a protective, enlightening stone. It's supposed to help open the third eye and enhance dream work and psychic abilities. It is said to release stress and channel deep peace. Teaches about the power of the spoken word, revealing inner truths, and encouraging self-awareness and self-expression. It is excellent for those in leadership positions as it stimulates wisdom, integrity, and authenticity. And chamomile, where did I put this? This is from, these cards are from the Seed and Sickle deck, and I made my notes. So let's see where I found them. Here we go. Nope. Nope. There, no. Oh, come on. Who's chamomile? Oh, that's funny. Okay, this is part of your reading. Um, part of your reading is that some of you might think that you met your future spouse and it's not who you think it was, or it's perhaps could be your second marriage. Okay, so that could be a message for somebody because I actually had the wrong one. Okay, 1 second, I'm going to find this. Okay, so pile 1, you are going to be the pile that has a delay in meeting this person. So either you had a different long-term relationship or committed relationship prior to this one, or it just takes you a long time to meet this person. Not necessarily a long time from now, but in some way it's been delayed. Okay. Chamomile is a great companion to grow in the garden. It protects other plants from pests with the scent of its flowers and the antibacterial properties of its leaves. It's particularly fond of herbs such as mint and even improves their taste and fragrance when grown in close proximity. This card represents an encouraging, strong relationship that provides support and companionship, and there may be a new such relationship on the horizon. Who inspires you to be the best that you can be? Who do you rely on and trust the most? And who are you grateful for above all others? You will be hearing from this person soon. Okay, so that is pile 1, Lapis Lazuli and Chamomile. Pile 2, you have Serpentine and Daisy. Serpentine, this is a beautiful serpentine. Serpentine is a healing stone that is supposed to aid in meditation and spiritual exploration. It opens psychic abilities and new pathways for energy to rise. It is associated with Kundalini. This stone corrects mental and emotional imbalances, allegedly, and is supposed to assist in the conscious direction of healing energy towards problem areas. Serpentine helps you feel more in control of your life. It can also be a powerful manifestation tool, supposedly helping one to quickly turn their goals and dreams into reality. And Daisy. Daisy. Spring isn't the only time for a flurry of creativity. Daisy, the day's eye, is a vivacious little hard worker who makes sure that her flowers are in season almost all year round. A second wind of productivity is on the horizon, and it's not too late to make the most of it. Take a deep breath and get ready. It's time to create something beautiful. Okay, so this card is associated with productivity, creativity, working hard, being productive and successful in your creative efforts. Okay, and Jasmine, for pile 3, you have the tourmaline with quartz, tourmaline quartz, and the Jasmine card. Tourmaline quartz is very protective. Tourmaline quartz embodies the energies of both quartz and tourmaline, so it is said to be healing, cleansing, protective, balancing, and helps to connect to divine spirit. This combination is excellent for neutralizing psychic attacks, strengthening the person on the receiving end, and enhancing their well-being. This stone is said to facilitate acceptance and integration of your shadow into your whole personality. And Jasmine, you've taken some good initial steps on your journey, but you could be starting to flounder. Perhaps you feel as though you could have set out in a different direction, or others might be calling you foolish for doing things the wrong way. But you chose this path for a reason. Jasmine always grows exactly where it means to, and so did you. You know what you're doing and why, so don't let the doubts or the scorn of others make you question yourself. Okay, so these are your 3 piles. Chamomile, Lapis Lazuli, Daisy, Serpentine, and Jasmine, Tourmaline Quartz. Go ahead and choose your piles. The timestamps are going to be in the description box below. You have to click more and it will show the whole description with the timestamps. And I don't edit my videos because I just don't like to. I just like to record and then upload. Literally all I do is just create a thumbnail, write a description, and upload it, and it's great. It's more fun for all of us, I think. Okay, so I will see you in your pile. Now I'm just going to get ready for pile 1. How is everybody doing today? I am actually getting this posted later than normal because typically my pick a card readings, I post them on Saturdays at 8 a.m. my time. And it is past that time. So this one's going to be late. Sorry, guys. Welcome pile 1 to your reading. If you chose pile 2, the Lapis Lazuli and Chamomile, then this is your reading. Let's see who. I want to see what comes through. So I've never done this before. So let's see what information we can get about your future spouse. And I'm going to start with the Black Moon Tarot. It's not tarot, it's oracle cards, astrology cards. Black Moon astrology cards. And actually, we're going to start the timer. Here we go. I have my coffee. I already seined. I actually seined with water and with smoke. So we're good. Ooh. Taurus. Ooh. So somebody could have a sun sign or Venus sign, Taurus, Chiron, healing, fourth house. Okay, this is somebody who you could have a family with. This also could be somebody from your past. We have Aries, we have Taurus and Aries. And guys, if this isn't your sun sign or their sun sign, that doesn't mean it's not your reading, okay? Because this could be node signs, this could be Venus signs, this could be your composite chart sign, but it also could be sun signs or moon signs or rising signs. Ooh. Yeah, this is somebody who you may meet after letting go of something else. I'm definitely getting that. Okay, we have Libra, Venus, and the sixth house. Okay, so for some of you, this is someone you may know from the past, and for some of you, this is somebody who you may meet either through your work or through coworkers. This also is someone who you may work with in the future and or have a family with in the future. And the signs are Taurus, Libra, and Aries. Again, not the only signs because those signs can show up in other ways that most people aren't familiar with, so don't worry about it. Do we want to go to tarot yet? What am I doing? No, I know what I want to do. Oh, and I forgot. I have to do my disclaimer with every pile. Okay, so okay, guys, I'm a mess this morning. You might be feeling, I think that Mercury retrograde just started, and this also can be related to the reading. So, excuse me, getting into this reading, it's a little bit of a discombobulated energy, or it might feel delayed, right? Because this reading is delayed. So all of those things can be signs that are like clues about your future spouse. Okay, so I'm going to grab this one, but okay, I'm going to do my disclaimer. Okay, so remember this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading. So you have to be in charge of taking what works for you and leaving the rest, knowing what is meant to be a sign or message for you and what is for somebody else, perhaps. These readings are for entertainment purposes because they're meant to be fun. So this can be important spiritual messages that may come through. However, it is in no way essential and should not be a cornerstone of your spirituality, your relationship, decision making, or anything like that, right? It's just for fun, and there can definitely be spiritual messages and spiritual benefit that happens. So just something to keep in mind, just to keep it all in perspective, right? Just keeping it all in perspective. Oh my gosh, this is 100% somebody that you meet, but there was somebody else. This is, when I say third party, it doesn't necessarily mean like cheating or anything like that. It just means that there was, like, maybe you met this person and they were already in a relationship or something like that. So this could be somebody from your past where when you met, you were either one or both of you in different relationships, and then you may meet them again years later or some sort of scenario like that. Get more information? Yeah, okay, this is somebody you knew from the past and remember fondly. It could be the distant past, like many, many years ago, or it could just be a couple years ago, even just a year ago. Yeah, this is someone whom you think of a lot, but they were always out of reach, probably because they were in a relationship. Someone you have fond memories of, and somebody who you have daydreamed about, dreamed about. Yeah, you have a dream connection with this person. Whoa, my car just went behind my desk. Let me see if I can get it. Guys, that's an omen too. Like literally, this person felt like somebody who was completely out of reach. Good Lord, I have to get that card. Okay, one moment. Good news. So this is all part of the omens that we take as signs about your future spouse. And guess what? It was much easier to get than I thought. I thought I would have to like move the desk or something, and actually it was in a place where I could just grab it. So this person may have seemed out of reach. They're actually much easier to get than you think they are. So funny. Oh my gosh. Okay. Where am I putting things? Here. Okay. Ooh. Huh. Tell me about protective nest. Okay, this person is somebody who will be protective of you. Yes. Sorry, I still have this cough, you guys. Mm. This is 100% somebody who daydreams about you or okay, so you've thought about this person and possibly dreamed of this person, but this person has actually daydreamed about you. Yeah, you have some history with this person. You two actually may be friends. So this is either a friend or a friend of the family or a friend of a friend or a friend of, yeah, or a friend of a friend, basically. It's a friend. It's somebody who's sort of within your social circle in some sense. And they wonder if you've noticed them like that or if you have thought of them recently. Basically, they wonder if they have a chance with you. Interesting. Okay. So I'm curious though. Let me think. Yes, I want to know, how will you meet this person? So when we're talking about somebody who you have already known, then when I say meet, I sort of mean re-meet. When when will you re-meet them? These cards can be a bit wild, but I'm just looking for some specific kind of cards, some specific hmm, mhm. Okay, yep. Mistaken identity. So, okay, what this means is you may have thought that your future spouse was somebody else, or you may have thought you may have thought there was somebody that you thought you would marry. And either you've come to realize or will soon come to realize that it was not that person. You may meet your future spouse when you're traveling. Your future spouse definitely has some sort of leadership position. Yes, your future spouse has attraction for you, of course. There's some sort of chaos going on around you in your life right now, but also possibly in their life. I mean, there's kind of chaos for everybody right now in some sense. Okay, and somebody has an existing child, so either you or they already have a child. And there's something about a house. This actually keeps coming up in my collective that I read for. There are people who are looking for a house or wanting to move, or there's something about a house. There also could be, and this is not for everybody in this collective, but there could be something about a car accident, and this keeps coming through. Okay, something about travel. Okay, so these are just signifiers about things that could be going on in your life around that time. I don't want to keep those out because they're not about your future spouse, like specifically per se. Okay, so now let's get to talking about your future spouse. They're either a teacher or they do teaching. They're somebody who's really fun. They are financially stable. This is somebody who's really smart and they may work either in science, um, engineering, something analytical. There's a lot of different jobs like that that I can't even know the names to. Yes. Intelligent. I love that for you. This is a very helpful person. Yeah, this person is gallant, is the word that's being given to me. Gallant. And okay, so this is kind of not for everybody, but this person could be in, my gosh, what is that called? Archaeology or I don't know, archaeology or something like that. Also paleontology potentially. That's not for everybody. Okay, tell me more. Oh, I need to switch. Okay, to the other half of the deck. Got it. Okay, tell me about pile one's future spouse. I'm loving that this person is intelligent. I love you and the sword again. See, this person is a fighter in some sense. So interesting. And again with the house. Okay, thank you. Oh my gosh, look. Again, the guy with the sword. This is just confirmation. Your future spouse is very brave and also, in some way, advocates for justice or helping others. I don't know, something like that. Mm-hmm. Again, they're very smart. They're a student of life. They could literally be a student. They could be going back to get a higher degree right now, or they just love learning. They have a great sense of humor. Some of them could be like a pathologist or in the medical field somehow. Some of them may be hunters. Yes, you might meet them when you're traveling or they like to travel. Some of them might be a businessman. Some could be an entrepreneur. They may wear a suit for their job. For some of you, this is somebody who you know through your best friend or through your friends. This person could be religious in some cases. Some of you, this person works in IT or in technology, IT technology, like a startup of some kind, like a tech startup, or I don't know, some sort of tech job. For some of you, this person is working as a curator of some kind. So, okay, so we had excavation. We also have book and work of art. So this person could work at an art gallery or a museum or a library or something like that. For some of you, this person could be your neighbor, or you could meet them when they're visiting your neighbor. You could meet them when your neighbor has a party, or if you're one of your neighbors has like a party or a block party, that's very specific. But you're going to meet this person through somebody that you know, so it's either through your friends or neighbors, or you may have met them a long time ago. For some of you, this person is a detective. Yes, again with scientists, that's like the third time we got some kind of scientist. This person could be, they could participate in government somehow. I think on a smaller level, I don't think they're like a politician per se. Like not, they could have a smaller, like a more local role is what I'm trying to say. Yes, this person is kind of a crusader. Hmm. They really like puzzles. Yeah, in some cases, this person is definitely a detective. Yep, in some cases, this person is definitely like a boss or an entrepreneur. Yes, again with the politics. This person could be tall. Okay. So though that's super interesting. Those are clues. You know what's interesting is I went in asking like where would you meet them and I got almost nothing about that. That's how it goes sometimes. You don't always get the answer that you were like the information you were hoping for. Okay. This is so fun though. I've never done this before. So let me know what you guys think of this reading. And I always love um your suggestions, your suggestions for what kind of reading I should do. So I want to know more about pile one's future spouse. This is someone who's very smart, so I love that for you. And okay, and then based on chamomile and lapis lazuli, we can also infer that this is somebody who will be a really good partner and companion, somebody who's very supportive and somebody who is a leader and very intelligent. So to me, also independent. To me, lapis lazuli most symbolizes autonomy, making your own decisions. What's the other word that I'm looking for? Sovereignty, intelligence, and independence. So those would be traits of your future spouse. Chamomile is also a very healing herb. So for some of you, this person could be in the medical field, or again, could have their job could have something to do with pathologies. Maybe they work at the CDC or something. Maybe they got fired from the CDC. I'm sorry, that's not funny. Okay, do we have any cards in this deck that could describe pile one's future spouse? One or two cards to describe pile one's future spouse. This is the Woodland Wardens deck. Thank you. Happiness. Oh, you'll be very happy with this person. A lot of people associate ladybugs with good luck too. And okay, I'm also hearing, so this says Sweet Pea. I'm also hearing the song by Amos Lee. It's literally called Sweet Pea, and it goes, Sweet Pea, apple of my eye, you're the reason I keep coming home. That's so sweet. Oh my goodness. Anything else about pile one's future spouse? Okay, I think not from this deck. Okay. You guys will be very happy together. That's adorable. I love that. Oh, it's time to go to tarot. Okay. Okay. And this is, today we have the Oak, Ash, and Thorn Tarot. Yes. Okay, so you meet this person after a time of sadness, loss. You're letting go of somebody else, okay? And then when you're letting go of somebody else, or when you're coming to a realization that somebody else who you thought might be your future spouse is not, or perhaps for some of you, perhaps you're letting perhaps for some of you, you were married and you're letting that person go, okay? So take it as it resonates. Then you will meet this person. Meeting this person will require you to move, not necessarily very far, but you don't live in the same city as this person. You may feel that you have to compete for this person. Now, don't take that the wrong way. What I mean is when you become interested in this person could be very desirable. I mean, they are. So you will feel like you want to, you'll feel like you want to put your best foot forward for this person. And you have felt sort of drained, and you've not felt like your best self coming out of this, whatever this past relationship or this past situation. I'm just going to go ahead and say it's a relationship. You guys are coming out of some sort of relationship that left you feeling very drained and not your best self. And you don't feel good about how you look, and your energy level is affected. And you just kind of feel like you came out of a battle, sort of. So when you meet this person, perhaps I think nothing happens right away because in this pile, you've either already met this person some time ago. So when you meet them again, it could be the second time that you've met them, but it's been a while. But when you meet them, you don't, it's not like immediately romantic. It's like it sparks you wanting to make changes in your life, and maybe you will um start working out, start doing your makeup, whatever. Like you don't have to do those things at all, but that's like something that you might feel inspired to do. You might feel inspired to start looking for a different job or a different house or something. Like in some way you're thinking about making a move, and you're thinking about competing with others, even though there may be no others. It's just that you want to put your best foot forward. Oh, yes. Oh my goodness. Okay. This is definitely the second time that you've met this person, or maybe not the second time, but like you used to know them, or you've met them before, or you used to know them a while ago, but it's like the first time again. It's the Judgment card is a card of second chances. So it's like now that you know better, the universe is giving you a second chance. Now that you're in a different position, the universe gives you a second chance. I love that for you. This is also divinely guided and divinely orchestrated. When you two meet again, you will be stronger and better versions of yourselves. Okay, now some of you might be like, well, I don't have anybody from my past that I'm interested in. Okay, you may not hardly be aware of this person. This could be somebody that you met like through a friend at some party like 3 years ago or something, and they're not on your radar necessarily, okay? But when you meet them, you'll be like, oh, this person is either financially stable or yeah, they are. This person is good with money, and they're also somebody who is known by their friends and family to be reliable. They're also generous, but not overly generous. They're they have good boundaries around giving, sharing, and taking care of their own stuff. This person, yeah, this person has their life together. They have their stuff together. I love that. When this person sees you next time, they're going to be very interested in you. And actually, you two will be very interested in each other, even though you may not show it to each other immediately. Let's, that's just so interesting. Okay. So this is how, so that's as much information as they want to give us right there about how you guys will meet or meet again, as the case may be. So now I want to know when you meet them again or whatever, how will that go? Hmm, interesting. Okay. Okay. For some of, okay. When this person met you, before, They have always been, they were already attracted to you, but they were waiting for the right timing because you were in a relationship or one of you was in a relationship. This person has actually liked you and even had a crush on you or been a secret admirer already. I feel like you need to catch up to this. This person actually may have tried this, you may have rejected this person before without even realizing it. They may have approached you in the past and you didn't even realize that they were approaching you that way, and they may have felt rejected. Yeah, but they were waiting for you to walk away from something else, or they weren't necessarily waiting for that. They were just waiting to see if they would have. Yeah, they were waiting for that. They were waiting for, yeah, they were waiting for you to end something. And this, yeah, this, I don't think this person has really been dating much, if at all, lately. Possibly since they decided to wait for you. I don't know. That's an interesting dynamic. Okay. A little more tea. Okay, but okay. So they wanted to give me background on this person. But what will happen when you meet this person again next? Oh my gosh, happiness. You guys are going to be so happy together. Okay, for some of you, you could meet at a family thing. So again, it could be some sort of block party or family reunion. This could be a family friend or something like that. Or this could, yeah, this could be somebody that, okay, or yeah, or again, somebody who you meet through someone that you're close to. There could be somebody who's like family to you. They're not family, but they're like family to you, and that person knows this person. Anyway, that's how you will meet them again and again. Oh my gosh, this is, I have a feeling that this person is sort of waiting in the wings for you to complete another cycle or something. And okay, if some of you are in another relationship right now, but you're like not happy in it, this is a sign from the universe that as soon as you let go of that and just become single and stable by yourself and sort of get your life in order, as a single person, this person is literally waiting in the wings to come in. And it won't be like a quick thing. They'll just start to get to know you again. And it's like right there. It's right there. It's just waiting for you to let go of something. For some of you, you are still hung up on something from the past and you're not noticing the beautiful connection that you could have available to you. That's just for some of you. Yeah, this person is your counterpart. Um, so both of you are known in your friend circles to be stable, reliable, no nonsense. You're really dependable. Both of you are diligent, not lazy, hardworking, intelligent. You're probably both financially stable. So you're well matched in that way. But both of you also are sort of battle weary. Both of you may have felt very alone and maybe kind of used. Like both of you are like the strong one in your social group or your circle or your family or however that resonates. Like you're the strong one. Nobody thinks about whether you're okay or whether you need help. Everybody just turns to you for help. So this person has the same role in their family or their social circle. Hmm. So something else had fallen on the floor, and a message from that is that you are still in the process right now of soul retrieval, regaining parts of yourself that were lost. And in that sense, there's no hurry. So there's no rush. You're not going to miss out on somebody who the universe is divinely orchestrating you to meet and be there for each other, right? You're not going to miss out on that. But just so that you know, there's the Emperor and Judgment again. Yeah. So for my pile ones, this is something that's coming back around, even if you were not aware of this the first time. It's possible that the first time that you met this person, energetically, you were just not on that level. Like you weren't there because of what you were going through. You just were not an energetic match for each other at that time. But the universe is bringing you two into alignment. And this person has noticed you. This person has the energy of a hunter. They've noticed you already. I don't think that you've noticed them. You noticed them in the past, maybe, but not recently, I don't think. Yeah, I don't know. It just keeps giving me the same message. This is 100% secret admirer vibes. Okay. So, um, I'm thinking whether I want to switch to a different deck or not. Should I switch to a different deck, you guys? Hmm. Yes. Okay, I need to get a little more energy in here before we start pulling. That was the Four of Cups, discontent and boredom. Yeah, patience. If you're feeling very bored with your life right now, two messages are coming through from Spirit. First of all, be patient. And second of all, what do you need to release? To make space for something new, you need to release something. Well, yeah, but there is some element of timing. This person actually could be releasing somebody that they're in a relationship with. One or both of you are releasing something from your past, and so there's some element of patience with the universe as the universe is working on aligning you two together. The universe is also asking you to be wise, okay, and choose wisely as you are about to have your world open up in multiple options, and or it may appear that there are multiple options. Okay. It may appear that you have multiple options coming up in the near future, but there's only one person who is your future spouse, right? There's only one person here that will be the wise choice that you'll be happy with. So it's better to take your time and tune in to your authentic truth and however you make those decisions for yourself, and don't rush your decision. Yes, you have a beautiful, beautiful um relationship coming in. But it involves letting something else go to have literally, they're showing me like your wildest dreams come true. Yeah. And then this is somebody that you will be able to move forward in building your dreams together. I love that. Amazing. Oh, I know what I want. Let's do, this is my new deck that my daughter got for me. The Kate Forsyth Fairy Tale Oracle. Thank you, honey. Oh, I did this wrong. So funny. The ribbon's supposed to help you pull them out. Okay. Tell me about pile one's future spouse. Thank you. Yeah, this is a very healing relationship. You two have both been through a lot. I think that you both may have had long-term relationships that didn't end well, or yeah, you've both been hurt in some sort of way. And you two are going to be so kind and gentle with each other and also supportive and reliable. I think that you both are very like reliable people who have not had other people that you could rely on so much. So now you're going to meet your match, and I love that for you. Yes, you've been going through the bog. You are on the threshold of change. You need to let yourself have fun and embrace. Um, okay. You need to not worry so much about what you think you need to be for other people. And it's okay to go after what you want and think about what would really make you happy. I'm not talking about being selfish, but it's possible that you may have been codependent to some degree. You may have been prioritizing other people's needs. Yeah, because you feel like you feel like you can't have what you want. But in reality, if you were, like, say that your parents really want you to be with one person and you're kind of bored with that person and you feel like this probably isn't the person that you should marry. You want to break up with that person and you daydream about meeting somebody else who's some other kind of way, but you think that's silly, maybe, and that it's unrealistic, nobody like that really exists, and you feel like you should just be practical and settle down with this nice person that your parents like, right? This is just a parable. This is just an illustration. But this is saying that no, you need to listen to your heart. This isn't about being selfish. We're not talking about, cheating or something like that. We're talking about you need to live your life in alignment with what will really make you happy. Especially when it comes to choosing a life partner, like this is a very momentous and consequential choice. So it's something that you should take your time with and tune into what you really want. Because when you are together with someone like this and you two have that strength together, how much more can you do? How much more can you give? How much more successful can you be? Like you two are magic together. Versus in the wrong relationship or in the wrong connection or the wrong marriage, it could be very draining. It could literally prevent you from fulfilling your life's mission, potentially. Okay. So, not not to sound scary or negative, I'm just saying, like, you are allowed to go after what calls deeply to your heart and soul. Okay. Yeah, you're at a crossroads. You may feel that you have multiple decisions, but there, in the end, is really only one decision, and that is how can I be most true to my divine self? How can I be most true to the spirit of God within me? In whatever way you think of that, okay? There's a lot of different words for talking about the divine, God, source, however you think of that. You need to Be willing to resolutely, yeah, let's go this way. Okay, you need to be willing to resolutely face your difficulties. You need to be willing to suffer confrontation because this card is actually saying, and actually we kept getting the Wheel of Time. Okay, so I hate to say this, I don't like this message, but for some of you, there is a deadline, like it's running out of time. If you don't face your fears and confront some situations, tell some people no, cut some people off, something like that, you will miss out on this person because they are actually going to meet somebody else. Yeah, that message actually was coming through before with the Wheel of Time, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Five of Wands. You may feel like there's competition and that you want to be your best self for this person. We said that before, and I said there may not be any competition. Well, this message is saying that in time there will be. So there may be nobody else right now. They may be interested in you now or soon or when you meet them, depending on what the timing is for you personally. But if you don't let go of the past and you don't decide to be true to your divine self and all of that, then yeah, they will meet somebody else. And this window of opportunity will close. I personally hate pressure, so I don't like bringing forward that message, but I have to be true to what I'm seeing in the cards. That's what they were telling me. Okay. Um, Messages here. Yeah, for some of you, this is somebody whom you met when you were both younger. Hmm. This could even be somebody that you dated when you were quite young. Not for everyone. This is somebody who has strength of character and moral integrity. This is also somebody who could make you feel young again. This is someone whom you can really trust because this is somebody who doesn't behave just for the purpose of, other people seeing them act a certain way. This person's behavior stems from their actual values and their own heart. They have an integrity that does not depend on whether people are watching them or not. This is somebody who you will have a really vibrant and spicy, intimate connection with. Hmm. Okay, if your future spouse is a woman, she's very beautiful and she has delicate features. If your future spouse is a man, they are strong. What's the word that I'm looking for? I don't know, I don't know how to describe people. This is so funny. They have sort of broad shoulders, I think, or they're a little like wide. That's so funny. I don't know how to say that. Um, hmm. This person is considered beautiful. This person is also if they're not somebody you knew when you were young, this person looks much younger than their age. This person may have had a crush on you when you were in another relationship or vice versa. And because of their moral integrity and character, they stayed away. Yes, because both of you are very loyal, faithful kind of people, but somebody already felt like they either were falling in love with you or could fall in love with you. Confirmation. Yes, this is somebody that you've met, even if you don't remember, and you will meet them again, and then you will have a beautiful relationship with them. Yeah, but it involves you have to let go of how you thought things were going to be. So this new beginning begins when you let go of how you thought your life was going to go and how you thought it was going to be. And when you release that, and you two will have a marriage or yeah, a marriage that is prosperous, successful, and full of tenderness and being supportive of each other and encouraging each other, and you'll be able to trust each other and rely upon each other. And I love it. It's so good. Yeah. And what is this? Sweet pea. Sweet pea. Again, go listen to that song. Go find that song. Taurus? No, not Taurus. Oh wow. Okay, so the sign of Taurus is that's so funny. I was trying to say Amos and Amos Lee and Taurus came through. So okay, so Taurus is important for somebody. Somebody may be a Taurus. You may have sun, moon, rising, or Venus in Taurus. Okay, but yes, I'm gonna try to remember to put that in the description box. Sweet Pea by Amos Lee. And pile number one, that is your reading. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I really appreciate it when you guys like and subscribe, when you guys leave comments. I love it. I love hearing how the reading may have connected for you. And I try to reply to everybody. So thank you so much, guys, for being here with me today. Okay, and I don't edit my videos, so we're just going to move into pile two. That was such a beautiful reading. Oh my gosh. I love it. Let's seine. Now, I did seine with water at the beginning, and then, of course, I did also seine with smoke at the beginning, but I want to do another smoke clearing. How's everybody doing today? I am sorry that this reading is coming out late. I usually have it posted by now. But it is Mercury retrograde, and that also might be part of your reading. Is that for some of you, you might be feeling like, where is my person? So real. Okay. Pile two, if you chose Daisy and Serpentine, then this is your reading. Now, to recap, Serpentine is associated with Kundalini energy. Also Dragon Spirit. I don't think I said that before. And Snake Spirit. And the daisy is a symbol of productivity, creativity, purity, and faithfulness, and innocence. But I have to do my little disclaimer. Where did it go? I wrote it down. Here we go. Okay. So remember that this is a general reading. You're only going to take the messages that resonate for you. And if there's a message that doesn't resonate, then it was probably meant for somebody else. Just leave that for who it was meant for. These readings are for entertainment purposes, which means that they're supposed to be fun. So it doesn't mean that the channeling isn't real, the tarot reading isn't real. It is, but I'm reading for multiple people. So some of the messages may be for you, all of the messages may be for you, or in some cases, maybe just some of them. In some cases, maybe you just need to pick a different reading. So that's up to you. You tune into your intuition and you'll know what is correct for you and what isn't. And also, if you're still on a journey of getting in touch with your intuition and you're not sure, that's okay too. This can be a great way to sort of play around with that and in a fun way and get better at getting in touch with your intuition. Okay. Oh, of course, these readings never are intended in any way to replace professional advice, any sort of medical help, therapy, common sense, or face-to-face communication with real people in your real life, right? Okay, great, perfect. All right. Pile two, I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. We had a great reading for pile one. Okay, and I want to start with our Black Moon astrology cards. Let's see what comes through about your future spouse. Pile two. Tell me about pile two's future spouse. Thank you. Interesting. Mhm. We have Gemini, Pisces, and Taurus. This could, for some of you, be someone who you know either through your work or through your community. For instance, this could be someone you meet through their work. Like, for instance, this could be somebody who works at your doctor's office, um, somebody who you are having some sort of like financial dealings with, or somebody who, yeah, I'm not sure yet. We'll let it come together. Okay, somebody could be a Cancer, sign of Cancer. Somebody could be an Aries. Yeah, work. So for some of you, you met this person either through your work or their work. You may have met this person at their workplace. This person could be some sort of technician, mechanic, or consultant. They could work in the medical field. They could be some sort of, I don't know, some sort of financial consultant, or they work at a bank or in finance somehow. And the signs that we have out are Cancer, Aries, Taurus. This person is different than your usual type, different than who you thought you would marry. Um, people think that this is a slightly unusual connection. People might be surprised when you two get together. You also may be surprised at your feelings for this person. This person is also really smart. Some of you are watching straight through from pile one, and some of these energies are similar or the same. So you may have messages in pile one. Anything else? No. Okay. Yeah. So this is, oh, yeah, we do have one more. Sagittarius. Yep. Okay. Interesting. So for some of you, this person also could be a teacher, a former professor, um, or something. I don't know. Okay. You may have met them in a class that you both were attending or something like that. Let's see, where do we go next? Let's do this one. Yes, I want to know where might you meet this person or how, tell me about them. Yeah, okay. Well, last time I asked where might you meet this person and I got every single other kind of information basically. So let's just see what comes through. Okay, this person actually could be um disabled. They also could be a physical therapist. You also could meet this person during a time when you're going through physical therapy or you have some sort of brace or cast or something like that, okay? Because I saw for some of you meeting somebody through sort of like a doctor's office or something like that. Maybe, oh my gosh, maybe you meet in the waiting room when you both have a cast or something. That's hilarious. Hmm. Tell me more. Okay. For some of you, this came through in pile one. For some, and yeah. Okay, for some of you, this person it could be a detective. This person also could be somebody who works with maps or makes maps. What is that called? I have no idea. There's like a name for that. Somebody who makes maps. Hmm. Yes, this person is tall. That came through in the last reading. Oh my gosh. Some of you are definitely watching through from pile one. I love you guys for that. Okay, this person has some sort of elected position or they have had, yes, this person is very intelligent. Yeah, we're getting some similar cards. Okay, yeah, for some of you, you met this person at college or when you were doing a continuing education course of some kind. And no, excuse me. For some of you, this person could be a historian or you met them in a history class. There's something about history or also literature. This person is a stranger to you, okay? You don't know this person. But you may, even though they're a stranger, you may have met them. I know that's confusing. You may have met them very briefly, but you don't really know them. Um, you may have met them through some sort of organization that you're in. Um, oh my gosh. Like say you attended a rally and somebody introduced you to somebody, right? But you don't really know this person. Hmm. Oh my goodness. You guys are going through a really hard time right now. I'm not going to dig into that. Yes, for some of you, there's a strong history. So this person could be a history professor. They could be a curator. They could work at a museum. They could be an expert in some sort of historical field or something. I don't know. Or you have history with this person. Um, but I don't think so because I think this person is a stranger to you. For some of you, this person is, yeah, a police or, yeah, a detective. For some of you, this person works in a hospital or medical. Okay, so that's two different occupations we have coming through. Yes, for some of you, this person is a pathologist. That's coming through again. This person is experiencing a financial pinch at this time. Hmm. Yes, for some of you, this, yes, okay. All right, we're getting some similar things. Wow. Yeah, we're getting something about history again, and we're getting so for some of you, this person is definitely like a historian, archaeologist, or something like that. Um, or yeah, or a curator or something. And for some of you, this person is some sort of like detective or in the police or in some sort of agency or something. For some of you, this person is really well known and Yeah. This person may be very well known. Okay. Yeah. This is funny. So they're saying that you meet this person at a time when there's a lot of chaos and upheaval, but I kind of feel like that's just the world right now. So I don't know if that's like more specifically true. It just kind of feels like that's kind of generally true anyway. This is cute. When you meet this person, they may actually either email you or write you a letter. So you may begin a correspondence. You may not live close to each other. But I like that because this is the sort of person who wouldn't just text you, like they would actually write you a letter or like a whole email. They're very smart. This is somebody who you might think like it's impossible for you to be with them. And for some of you, it's because they're at a distance. Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. So you two live in two different places, and one of you lives in a much more rural place than the other. One of you, yes, and yes, you live at a distance. One of you, okay, this person may actually be related to a well-known or prominent family. You may not know that, but they have prestigious like I don't know, um ancestors. I don't know. They may be from a well-known family. You might meet this person at a nightclub. Again, you might meet them at a rally. Hmm. Yeah, yes. Rally or something political. Hmm. This is so funny. Oh my gosh. I'm not saying that. Okay. For some of you, if you meet like a police officer or something, it's because you're actually involved in some sort of situation where you might be like a witness or something. That's so unprofessional, you guys. Don't do that. Just kidding, I guess, if it's your future spouse, whatever. Okay, some of you are in recovery, or this person is in recovery from like alcoholism or substance abuse or something like that. These cards are so wild. And they don't have every kind of occupation at all, so I'm doing my best. Wow, again with the police thing. Hmm. Okay, when you get together with this person, remember how we said it would be considered unusual? Like it will create gossip. People will talk about it. You two may have different religions. Um, when you two start dating, you may visit the beach together. You may go stay at the beach together. Hmm. This person also could work in tech. You may run into this person again at a store. If you met this person initially at like some sort of like, I don't know, say you met them in a waiting room or you met them at a rally or however you meet them initially, you could run into them again when you are at the store, but they don't live in your city. I don't think that they live far away from you, but like one of you lives in the city and one of you lives in a more rural area outside of the city. Nope, I'm not taking that one. Guys, make good choices, please. And the beach again. Okay, okay. Where do we want to go next? Tarot? Oh no, this one. Yes. Okay. Tell me about pile two's future spouse, please. What can we know about pile two's future spouse? This person could be seeing somebody else right now, or when you meet them, they have somebody else. Hmm. This person could play an instrument, but this person has a very soothing personality. They have a beautiful voice. They may have a very seductive voice. And again, you two are very different than each other, but this person helps you feel very grounded. This person is really good for you. This person really values and respects women. So whether you are a woman or a man, this person is I would say very progressive about gender and gender roles. So there's somebody who would support you being your authentic self, whatever that is. This is somebody who may be originally from out of state, or they may live out of state. But I would say probably like one state over. I don't know. This is if you're in the States. If you're not in the States, this person probably lives an hour or so. I would say 1, 2, 3 hours away from you. Oh my goodness. This could be another thing that starts out as a third party situation. Okay, I think this is energy coming in from pile one. So please only take this if it resonates. For some of you, if this scenario resonates, then please go watch pile one. But for some of you, when you meet this person, either they or you are already in a connection. And what's coming through here that didn't come through in pile one that's interesting is this person knows that they have the power. This is so hilarious. Oh, it's not, but it is. Oh my gosh. They feel like they could have you if they want. Um, they feel like they have the power to disrupt a marriage or a relationship or a family. And that's not funny, Caitlin. And they are deciding what to do with that power, basically. I think this person is very sexy. They're very confident that they could do this. This person is very confident about that. And mm, yeah, but I think they are holding back. We'll see if that anything else comes out about that. Okay, but if that resonates for you, then please go watch pile one. And also, I'd like to set this aside because I don't think this resonates for everybody. And okay, so pile two's person, let's dig into this. Yes, this person is somebody who is very nurturing and also very practical. They know that if they want to experience something, they have to cultivate the conditions to receive what they want, right? Like things they this person is not someone who really subscribes to magical thinking so much. They think if I want this, then I need to do this. If I want that, then I need to do that, and then they actually do the things that they need to do to get what they want. So in that sense, this person is very grounded, and that's why this person will help you to be very grounded. If you two met when you were in other relationships, then they are biding their time patiently until you are both single. This person may already know that you two are right for each other, that you should be together. This person thinks that you are very beautiful and they have a great respect for you. Yeah, this person is biding their time. Yes, they are biding their time until the seasons change. This is also somebody who would like to be with you all year round. They would like to see you all the time. This person thinks that you are very beautiful. You have a very beautiful face. They love your face. They also think that you're very graceful. You may have brunette hair. You may have brown eyes. Only take it if it resonates. You may have red or brown hair. Or in some cases, you may have dark blonde hair. But this person, the reason I'm describing you and not this person is that I'm tapping into this person thinking about you, and they think that you're very beautiful. They love your face and your neck. They also love your shoulders and your arms. They love your lips specifically. They think you have beautiful lips, and they think you're very graceful. This person is sort of hiding themselves a bit. Yeah. This person is biding their time. Now, I don't know if you know this person or if I'm tapping into a future energy, but when it is time for you to come into union, then this person is in the energy of biding their time until they feel that it's the perfect moment. They don't want to mess it up with you. This person is very intelligent and they're somebody who really pays attention to what's happening. They're really tuning into the energy of what's actually happening. They're not somebody who just rushes in without any thought. Like they're very deliberate and conscious about the decisions that they make and the moves that they make. Tell me about pile two's future spouse. Mm-mm. Mm. The spider and the passion flower. Yeah, once again, this is somebody who really, if this is a man, this is a man who really loves strong women. If this is a woman, she's a very strong woman. And you two will have a very passionate connection with each other. You two also both, yeah, you probably know each other within the same broader social network. And you two both have, how to say this? In human design, you probably both have like the 4 line. So what that means is that you both have connections of people. Um, One of you may be more extroverted and one of you may be more introverted, but you both have social networks of your own. I don't know how to describe this at all. Okay, people in human design who have the 4 line, it's called the opportunist line, which I don't really like that word, but like they're people who make connections between people and their sort of web of connections that they have is very important to them. It's how everything in their life comes to them through their network, basically. Which is why if you both have the 4 line, that's how you come to each other through your networks. You're going to meet this person somehow through your social network, which includes friends, family, coworkers, and all of that. And you two, when you combine forces, will then have a combined social network, and you both are people who are like active within your communities, active within your social networks, even if one of you is more introverted. I hope that made sense. You can go read about human design and look at your lines, your profile lines. My lines are 2-4, for instance. But you could be 1-3, could be 3-5, 1-5. So many different combinations. 6'2", 4'6". I don't know. Lots of possibilities. For some of you, this person could be a widow or widower. Um, there's definitely been loss. So if not that, then this person is somebody who has experienced a lot of loss in their life, a lot of sadness. This person could have been a foster child, or they could have lost their parents at a younger age. This person could have been raised by family members. So there's some, not all of those things, but there's some sort of story of loss that this person has. They actually also could have lost a child. That's really sad. So this person has some sort of history of loss. And this person is very intelligent, thoughtful sort of person, very intelligent, and also strategic. And they may be waiting for the perfect moment to approach you. Actually, if they notice that you're going through something, then they're waiting for you to complete that cycle before they make a move. This person is very pure, but they also love how pure-hearted you are. You are somebody who is very innocent. There may be something about you that seems um youthful, vivacious. You have sort of, regardless of your age, you have a childlike joy, even though you're very smart. This person finds that inspiring. Salamander energy is that serpentine energy again. It's that fire energy, that snake energy, that dragon energy, that kundalini energy. So this person feels a strong desire for you, but it also is a sort of inspiration that they feel connected to their own divine passion, their own true spark of creativity, and their reason for being here on Earth. You motivate this person very much, and it feels like it wakes up their senses after a period of stagnation. This person may have been very bored with their life. They may have been sort of in a rut, and then they meet you and they feel like they could have a whole new life again. Your presence, your essence breathes life into their life, breathes life into their life. I love that. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, there actually could be an age gap for some of you. You could be younger than this person. But also you may look, you may have just a youthful energy. Okay, for some of you, you are going through a divorce. I don't want it, so okay. That's some of that pile one energy spilling over. So, okay. If that's your story, then this person is waiting for you to get out of that. Mm-hmm. Okay. This person is getting ready for you, whether they know it or not. You two are being prepared for each other. They are working really hard to feather their nest, as it were. They are working hard to bring to you what they want to give you. They already have envisioned and this person, okay, listen. This person may not necessarily know you, but if they don't know you specifically, this is something that they're actively manifesting. They know exactly what they want. They've pictured it. Even if they haven't met you yet, they know exactly what they want and they've pictured it and they're preparing for it. They're bringing themselves into preparation for it. But I think in most cases, this person has seen you. They are an admirer of yours. They know you or know of you, and they are waiting for the opportunity to make a move. They want marriage, family, not necessarily children, that depends, but they want marriage, family, Some of you already have children, so you might have a blended family, and they're thinking about what they have to offer and they're working on it. Yeah, because this person is like that gardener archetype. So they know that if they want something, they have to put in the steps that it takes to create that thing, and so they're working on it. Yeah, they're at an impasse at this moment, though. The moment that we're tuning into. For some of you, I don't know how long it could be before you meet this person. I don't want to do timing, but this moment in time that I'm tapping into, which is around the time that you will meet them, they will be at an impasse, waiting for their moment, waiting for you to be completely done with something. So for some of you, it's a marriage. For some of you, it's some other sort of contract. Um, Yeah, for some of you, I suppose it could be a work contract. And they want to ask you out on a date. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's go to that. Tell me about the first date between, oh, there's so much energy there. Tell me about the first date between pile two and their future spouse. Oh, you guys might go to a museum, actually. Yeah, you guys may actually go to a museum or something like that for your first date. Yes, I think you will. That is so cute. This person may have some sort of little gift for you, like flowers, or, if you like crystals, maybe they give you a little crystal or something. That's so cute. Oh my gosh. This person is also holding back information from you the first time that they meet you. They may not tell you that they have like 100% Googled everything about you. In some cases, this person is actually like a detective and they have sussed out your entire life history. That's so funny. They're not going to tell you that because that would seem a little creepy. And they may actually tell you that. They might be like, I'm sorry, I definitely Googled you a lot. Yeah, on your first date, you may actually talk about your past situations that you are moving on from. I think both of you will talk about your past to some degree. Hmm. There might be something unexpected that happens on your first date. Hmm. But they're also saying that this date is also what you make of it. So even if the first date may not be like the best first date ever. Mhm. And I think both of you are holding back a lot. And so if both of you are very reserved, then you may need to see this person two or three times before you two can actually open up to each other more. Also, if you see this person in your city or their city, whichever one of you lives in the city, you may either run into people that you both know, or you may be afraid of running into people that you know. You may, after going on this first date, you may decide to next time meet somewhere else where neither of you live, like some other third place. I think that one of the reasons that this date could be a little bit less amazing than it might be is that both of you are going to be talking about what you're going through or what you've been through recently, and that might kind of bring the energy of the date down a bit. And if you try not to, then you're both holding back. So both of you are coming into this in an energy of just having recently come out of some difficult situations, and you're sort of carrying that energy with you still. And so this is telling us that that's okay, and it doesn't mean that this isn't going to work out. It's like you have to see this person again, and you both need to get through that energy that you're going through. And then as you come more and more into your authentic energy, then the energy between the two of you is going to be better. There's definitely an energy of secrecy with the first date. So it's either that you don't want people to see you together, or there's things that you don't want to open up to about with each other yet. Yes. I think both of you are very cautious and trying to be balanced and moderate, and there's so much caution. You don't want to creep each other out. You don't want to scare the other person off. You don't know if it's going to be a thing yet. You don't really want to run into anybody that you know just in case it's not a thing, because people will gossip, and it would be a shame if people were gossiping over nothing. So, the very sort of restricted energy. Hmm. Aw. But this person will tell you about their feelings. That's so cute. And they may ask you out on another date, or they may ask you to go somewhere else with them at a different time. If they're going to a wedding, they may ask you to be their date at a wedding that they're going to, and it may be a little ways away, so you may have to travel with them. Yes, some of them will be going to a wedding and they'll invite you to go with them to a wedding. Yes, some of them are going to invite you to travel with them. Some of them will invite you to go on a short trip together, like maybe get away for the weekend. Yeah, because they want to be alone with you. That's so funny. They want privacy. I think that the first time that you two go on a date together, you don't feel like you can really talk to each other. So you two are going to plan an opportunity where you guys can talk to each other more freely and kind of relax. Yes. They also may invite you to go to some sort of festival or event with them. It might be a very short road trip, like a day drive. Hmm. Okay. Now, two's future spouse. Aww. This person is taller, or one of you is taller. Also, this person may feel self-conscious about how they look. This person may bring you flowers. This person is very, yeah, this person is, okay, this message keeps coming through. This person is very respectful of women. This person is very respectful in general. They are respectful and non-coercive. They're very deliberately conscious of that. If you have had connections in the past that were disrespectful and coercive, this person is extremely conscious of not being like that They want you to feel safe. This person has marriage in mind as a potential from the first from the first date, from before you guys go on the first date. This person has already thought that you could be their person. They think that you might be their person. They love how intelligent you are, and they love that you've been through so much. They think you're very strong. This person also feels very protective of you. They also feel there's a little bit jealous, but not in a negative way, because this person is very respectful. But they definitely want to be your person. They don't want um they don't want there to be anybody else. They will probably tell you pretty early on that they want to be exclusive, and they'll make sure that you two are exclusive specifically. Hmm. This person has been watching you already, or before you meet, they will have. So this, I could be tapping into a future energy, but before you meet, this person has already noticed you. And yes, and they are sussing you out. They're looking you up, and they're really impressed with your strength of character, your tenacity. I heard valiant. Hmm. This person may have started dreaming about you. They're also worried about you being by yourself or being alone, especially if you live in the city. If you live in a big city, they're worried about you being alone in a big city. Hmm. They're worried about who you're with, who you're hanging out with, if you're dating other people. So even though they'll take their time with you and they don't want to like pressure you or make you feel rushed in any way, they're very respectful of that. They will try to lock this down like right away at the beginning, as far as we're not dating anybody else, right? You're only going to see me, right? We're exclusive, right? Right, all of that. Anything else about Kyle? And this person will be faithful to you too. Yes. Yeah, you two have a shared interest in justice in some way for many of you. So for some of you, there is a political kind of connection that you both have similar interests. You may meet through some sort of like event or an organization that you are both connected to or something. Um, for others, this person really wants to introduce you to a different lifestyle. If you live in the city, they want you to have a more wholesome lifestyle. Now, I personally have no issue with the city. I'm trying to tap into what they think. So they want to help you have a healthier lifestyle, that they think it's healthier away from the city. They want to show you the stars at night in a place where there's less city lights. That's so sweet. Oh my gosh. Okay. They may want to travel with you. If they live in the city, then they dream about traveling with you. This person is very concerned about the choices that you're going to make. They're very concerned about who's around you. They're very concerned about you being tempted or lured away or tricked or deceived by others who have Um, Bad intentions, people who don't have your best interest in mind. This person, this person thinks that you should, this person wants to be your protector and in some ways your guide. I think they're holding themselves back from that because they don't want to be weird or creepy or inappropriate or anything like that. But they would like to tell you where you should go and what you should do. Like that's their natural inclination is they're like, oh my gosh, like there's so many like this, they're in this dangerous situation. They need to like choose carefully, they need to do this, they need to do that. Like that's their natural inclination, but they're holding themselves back from doing that because they are very respectful of women and they're very respectful of your autonomy. You may not be a woman, but they're very respectful of your autonomy and they value your independence. They actually admire your independence, your resilience, your valiance, and all that. But there is sort of like this, I don't know. There's this other side within them, sort of. That's so funny. Okay. This person also could feel like when they meet you that this is sort of a forbidden, off limits, or taboo thing. Because one or both of you could be in a relationship or it could be something else. And they're really hoping that you make a choice that would allow you to be together. They want you to choose them and they want to choose you. This person feels like they would keep you safe. They feel like it's a very dangerous world out there and they want to be the one by your side keeping you safe. They think of you as very brave and strong, but they also see you as smaller, littler, softer, and a little bit more naive than they are. And they want to keep you safe. That's so cute. Oh my God. Okay. They also have a strong desire for you. Yes. We're not going to go into all that. Did I do these yet? I don't think so. This person loves that every time they see you, you're always in this sort of buoyant mood. You're always in, that means like a joyful mood. You're always happy. You're all, maybe not happy isn't the right word, but you're always, yeah, you have like sort of like this childlike joy, just like you love life and you love people and you're just happy to be here. Like that's how your energy has been every time that they have seen you or, everything that they've heard about you. Every time that you guys, if you've spent time together, this is how they think of you. They love that about you. They love your optimism and that you have a lot of energy. They feel like you two are destined to be together. Wow. Or they're questioning this. They're thinking, wow, what if we're destined to be together? What if this is the person that I'm supposed to be with? They're extremely attracted to your strength of character and your moral integrity. I think that's the thing that they're really feeling like they could fall in love with. Also, they are like that too, so the two of you together will be very faithful to each other. Anything else about pile? That's too many. Anything else about pile two's future spouse? Thank you. This person has a way with words, but actually they may have a hard time talking when they're around you. You may have met each other before and they may not have been able to say what they wanted to say at the time. You also may have met at some sort of like charity event. Oh my gosh, it could have been a charity event at a museum. Interesting. You also may have met through friends. Again, through some sort of organization, something like that. Okay, but The first time that you meet this person, they may not be able to get their words out the way that they want to, even though generally they're very articulate. This person has been thinking about you, or when you meet them, they'll start thinking about you all the time. And they really believe that you are very elegant, very graceful, classy. They love how patient you are, yeah, they think you're very classy, gracious, patient, happy, optimistic, but also grounded. And this person is trying to set up everything in their life so that they can bring you an offer, present themselves as an option to you that you will that you will choose. And they also may be waiting for the right opportunity when you also are ready for that. So they're waiting for the right timing and they're preparing. Okay, that's all I'm getting there. This person is also very patient too. Hmm. Yeah. Okay, and then what was the last one that I did? Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, this one. If you are going through a transformation in your life right now, they're saying hold the course, don't give up, stick with it because it's going to be worth it. Yeah, you have a new beginning coming in. So for some of you, you've been looking for the right house and you're going to have the house that you want. You're going to find the house that you need. Some of you may be moving. Some of you may meet this person when you move to a new house, um, or when you move to a new city, but they don't live in that city. Yeah, there may be somebody that, for some of you, you're letting somebody go, and some of you actually may have recently had somebody pass. Also, for some of you, some family member who has passed is helping you to come into connection with this person. You have to trust your intuition, but also this person, when they've noticed you, when they believe that you might be their person, their future spouse, their soulmate, or whatever, when they become aware of you, they're going to not open up about that right away. They keep it secret. Yeah, you guys will meet under circumstances in which there is a lot of conflict or chaos going on around, not between you two, but somehow that's the vibe in the environment. I don't know why or what that is. But the universe is saying that this is coming in fast. This is coming in soon. Now, all of that timing is relative, so please take that with a grain of salt, but that's what they're saying. Also, when you meet this person, if things may happen fast. Um, if you've been working on letting somebody go, then when you meet this person, it may accelerate that situation. You could have a baby with this person. Only if that's something that you want. You may have a family with this person. Mhm. If not, you two will create together in some capacity. You will have some sort of shared project. This person is thinking about how to tell you how they feel and how to present themselves as an option to you. There is some sort of challenge or obstacle. There may be some sort of chaos or conflict that you are going through right now that's an obstacle. or that they're going through. Yeah, this person has or is going to recognize you before you recognize them. They may have already noticed you. Okay. And pile two, that is your message. I hope that was helpful to you. I'm so excited for you. So yeah, stay the course, stand your ground, keep moving through the transformation that you're moving through because you have somebody amazing coming in. I'm so excited for you guys. Okay, thank you so much for watching Pile 2. I love it when you guys like or subscribe. Thank you so much. I love reading your comments and I do try to respond to everybody. I love it. I don't edit my readings, so I'm going to go ahead and get ready for Pile 3. Okay, let's see. I love it. And guys, if you don't like watching the in-betweens, no worries. The timestamps are in the description box. But if you're watching through the whole thing, thank you so much. That does help me in the algorithm, so that's really cool. Thank you. Here we go. All right. Welcome, pile 3. If you chose Jasmine with the dagger and the Tourmaline quartz, then this is your reading. Let's see what we can get channeled through about your future spouse. Okay, so the Jasmine card says you have taken some good steps on your journey, some good initial steps, but you may have some doubt settling in because perhaps you feel that you should have gone in a different direction. You may be second guessing yourself. Others may be telling you that you're wrong, that you're doing things the wrong way. However, this card says stay the course. Don't let your doubts or other people's opinions make you question yourself when you know exactly what you're doing and why. And tourmalinated quartz, or really this is tourmaline and quartz, embodies the energies of both quartz and tourmaline. So tourmaline is extremely protective, and quartz is an amplifier of any kind of energy. So quartz amplifies whatever energy it is with and is supposed to help increase your ability to manifest what you want. And tourmaline is very, very protective. It's considered the most psychically protective, neutralizing psychic attack and strengthening the person who is wearing or using it, and generally enhancing your well-being so that you have your energy to use for yourself. And so it prevents having your energy drained by energy vampires. Yes, cleansing, protection, balance, connecting to divine spirit. Very cool. Okay. So pile 3, this is a very fierce and protective energy. I love that. I feel like when you're in a time when you've decided to be very fierce yourself, then the universe matches you with that sort of energy from somebody else. But let's see what comes through. Okay. This could be somebody who you meet when you're older, or this person is older. Perhaps both of you are older. The Saturn return is about age 28 to 30. The Chiron return is about age 50. Again, this could be somebody who you knew from when you were young. This is somebody whom you could have a connection with. Also, we have 28 and 50 again. So the numbers 28 and 50 could be of significance for somebody. This is somebody that you have a strong physical connection with. There's a strong attraction. Okay. I dropped a bunch of cards on the floor. So when I pass them over the selenite, it helps to cleanse them. There's a strong cleansing energy here. You may need to go through a period of cleansing and renewal to prepare yourself for this next chapter of your life. You may be going through that now. You may have been through a lot. This person also may have. This person also could be a healer. This person could be a nurse or physician, or they could be in the medical field somehow. They also could be a massage therapist, Reiki practitioner, or something like that. A chiropractor, acupuncturist, or any sort of alternative modality. This person could be older than you. There could be an age gap. This person could be somebody who you've met in the past and you had a missed connection, or you two just did not click. Somehow it did not work or something. There could have been a miscommunication. This person could be an Aquarius. They could be a Scorpio. They could be a Pisces or a Capricorn or a Gemini, or they could have those signs somewhere. We have 8 twice. So yes, this could be somebody coming back. This could be somebody that you had sort of a false start with before, or you have met them before and there was some sort of miscommunication. We have Gemini again, and we have Venus. Okay, so we have Libra and Taurus too. We have Capricorn, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Aquarius, and Aries and Gemini. Okay. And guys, when I get those cards, I don't say everything that those cards could mean or pertain to. That's because I'm tuning into spirit energy and guidance from spirit and energy to know what they mean by those cards in this situation and what direction they want to go in. So I've had somebody call me out before and be like, that's not what that means. That's not what that sign means. But I'm being led by spirit because each of those signs, houses, planets, etc., they each mean many, many, many different things. Okay. Okay. Now I'm doing this reading just a little bit differently because I was guided to get into the tarot already. Yeah, this comes from a time when you are trying to rebalance your life. You have been trying to build a healthier, more balanced life. You may have been setting boundaries with people. You may have been surrounded by some sort of conflict, or jealous people, people trying to compete with you or tear you down or sabotage you. You may be having a difficult time getting to your goals. Like you know what you want, but it's difficult to get there because you have so many people around you who are against you or working against you. Even false friends, somebody who you thought was a friend, or it also could be, an ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend, something like that. Somebody who is actually sabotaging you and working against you. Oops. But it was destined for this situation to end. You also could be meeting, oh, we had the signs of, hmm, we had the signs of Taurus, Capricorn, Scorpio, and oh my gosh, what was the other one? I don't remember. I want to say Aquarius. That's what's coming through. You're going to all of a sudden have a new opportunity for love. This is somebody who will be willing to put the work in and build with you, which is very different for you because, again, you've been surrounded by people who work against you and sabotage you or try to copy you, undermine you, or just use you. So this is somebody who's going to work with you or alongside you, and they will not inhibit your growth, and you two can grow and build together. This also may be somebody who you have. No. Okay, so this is somebody where this may be a connection that builds very slowly, that it develops and unfolds slowly. This person is very intelligent, but they're also very guarded because they've been hurt. This person, when you meet them, could be going through a divorce or a breakup. And so they're guarding their heart and moving very slowly. This person could be, um, yeah, this person, it has moved. They've moved their family or they've moved their house. They may have moved away from their family. This person also, okay, in some cases, this is actually a widower, and that energy came through in pile two. Some of you are watching straight through pile one, two, and three. And if you are, thank you so much. That does help me out. I love that. So for some of you, this person that you're meeting is not going through a divorce or breakup. They're a widower. They've moved their family. They have children. They've moved them away from where they were before. And that's when you will meet this person, and they will take things very slowly because they're still grieving. Their whole family is grieving. Now, if it's not that and it's a divorce or a breakup, then they did not move very far, but they still are like rebuilding their life and moving slowly. Again, with the travel, my gosh. Travel, travel, travel. You may meet this person when you're traveling. They may live at quite a distance from you. This person may have just relocated or you may have to relocate to be with this person. I have travel, 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 okay? Lots of travel here. There also may be false starts with this situation. Um, I don't want to read that again. Okay. For some of you, we have the same thread of energy. If this does not resonate, please don't worry about it. This is just somebody who is watching straight through from pile one, two, and now into three. And so if this person met you and you were already in a relationship, then they are also taking it slow and holding back because you're in something. Okay, don't worry about that if that does not resonate. That's just a thread of energy that's come all the way through pile one, two, and three. This person also may be taking it slow because they recognize that what they are looking for is marriage and that you're somebody that they could marry. And so they want to take it very slow because they're serious about their future and they're serious about you. This is not like, I can't say that word. This isn't like a player, okay? Um, yeah, okay. This is also somebody who takes their time before making a decision. They don't rush into things. I love that for you. This is your future spouse, though, so yeah, you can be definitely you can be patient when it's the right situation. You should always be patient, but if it's the right situation, then there is no rush. Yeah, there's a great balancing. Somebody's going through a big change, and it may be because they discovered new information. So they're going through a big change. It may be that this person has discovered information about you, and because of that, they are trying to figure out what their next move is and how they're going to approach you. But somebody has discovered some information that is has changed their whole life, and they're working on rebuilding their life or rebalancing their life in a new configuration. Tell me about pile three's future spouse. This person may be, yeah, this person may be pretty protective and defensive, not defensive. This person is self-protective. They also, if they have children, are very protective of their children. So they really hold back or they're very reserved or cautious when you first meet them. Yes, this is a very protective person, but they like you when they see you, when they meet you, they really like you and they this is so funny. I heard, I see it, I like it, I want it, I got it. I see it, I like it, I want it, I got it. They are like, oh yes, I like that person. I want that person. I'm gonna see what I can do about getting that person. That's so funny. Now, if you are following straight through from one and two, then this could be not the first time you've met this person, but like the next first time you meet this person, if as it were. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because okay, for I think for all of these piles, the person that you meet, when you first meet them or become aware of each other, so it might be a very brief, you may barely meet them, you may be introduced. Um, it's not the right timing. And maybe this message is coming through because it's Mercury retrograde as of the time that I'm filming this. And so the thread of energy that we're tuning into right now is people that you met perhaps at the wrong time, or not the wrong time, but just that you met, and then there may have been quite a delay before you were, before it was time for you guys to actually start dating or being together. That's definitely the thread of energy that's coming through. Okay, I'm going to switch decks. I'm going to use these cards and let's see what energy comes through about this person. Tell me about pile three's future spouse. Okay, for some of you, this person could be in theater. You could meet them in regards to community theater. Also, they could work in the industry in some way. They could be related to Hollywood in some way. They could work in set design, production, writing, or something like that. They could be an actor. They could be a comedian. You could meet them at a comedy club. Yes, you could meet them when you are going out with friends to some sort of entertainment. Yeah, for some of you, this person is literally on stage. For some of you, this person is um a dancer, an opera singer, a comedian. Okay. For some of you, this person is an actor. That's not for everyone. Yeah. It's possible that the first time that you met this person, you really didn't know, like, it's not like this thing starts as soon as you meet this person, because when you meet this person, it's almost like not a thing. It's almost like you didn't meet them. Um, like you may have been barely introduced to this person. It may be a chaotic situation. Like if say your friend is like, "Hey, my cousin's in this thing, then we're gonna go see it." You're like, "Yay, okay." So you go with your friend to this thing. And then she's like, okay, we have to go say hi to him, afterwards. And it's like very chaotic. It's very loud. She introduces you to her cousin, but like you barely even can see him, or you don't really get to like, it's not like a real meeting. Do you know what I mean? And you don't know the importance of it yet at that time. Okay. So I feel like your first meeting is almost like not really a meeting, and that there will be another meeting that is more consequential. That's what I'm getting. Um, yeah, you two may meet through the same sort of club or activity. Interesting. Okay, tell me about pile three's future person. Okay, this may be somebody that you think like you could never be with them. For some of you, this actually may be a very well-known person in the industry. This person could be a more well-known actor or writer, producer, director, or something like that. So you might think that you could never be with this person. This person is into activism, actually. That's another thread that's been coming through all three piles. So you could meet or bond over a shared cause that you both believe in. Like maybe you both are like really involved with something, relating to the housing crisis or, healthcare, whatever it is, like you guys have sports. Okay, for some of you, you will bond. Okay, so some of you have like some sort of cause that you will bond over, or you will meet in relation to something like that. For some of you, you will meet at a sporting event, not so much like one that you go watch in the stands, but more like you have a track meet, you go to a track meet and they're also at the track meet, so something like that. Or you have a dance class, you go to dance class and you meet them at a dance class. So something like that. Okay. Yeah, for some of you, this person is an artist. For some of you, this person lives at quite a distance and you will have like a long distance relationship. I mean, you will have like a correspondence um before you actually decide to move to be closer to each other. You will have a long distance connection. And for some of you, this person is very beautiful and desirable, which is part of why it might seem impossible. Actually, this person could be in pageants. This person could be like a beauty pageant contestant, or you could see them in something like, yeah, it could actually be something like that. But this person is very beautiful. For some of you, this person could be a psychic, tarot reader, or you may have gotten information about this person. Um, well, you're getting information from this person about a tarot card reading right now. Yeah, you have some sort of like pre-knowledge about this person. But this person also could be, um, like into the same sort of stuff that you're in. Like, okay, if you're into watching tarot card readings and psychics and stuff like that, this person also enjoys that or believes in that. There's also something about a car, so I don't know what that is yet. Hmm. Oh, for some of you, this could be your mechanic. That's come through in past readings. For some of you, this person, you could meet them at a car show, or you may have a shared interest in cars or mechanics, like the mechanics of cars. Okay, and sword, that came out in a past reading too. Yeah, some of you may meet at like a Ren fair or a historical, what is that called? Yeah, historic. Oh my gosh, you know what I mean. Like when they do historic recreations, that kind of event. Okay. Um, yeah, so for some of you, this person, you'll meet them at a hospital or doctor's office. That came through in the past. Um, yes, this person is going to ask you to marry them. This person is extremely attracted to you. Yeah, for some of you that you actually may meet at a track meet. That's only for somebody. Yep, and there's something about a car. I don't know what that is. For some of you, you're going to meet at a store or meet again at a store. And then some other things that are coming through again from the past. This person could be in tech. Yes, again, with the sword and the warrior thing. Yes, this person could have children already. For some of you, yes, this person is a writer. For some of you, yes, this person is an artist or, actually, oh my gosh, I don't know why I didn't get this before. For some of you, this person is a musician, and that's what you'll go see. You'll go see them perform because your friend knows of them or knows them or something. Hmm. Interesting. Okay, so that's all I'm getting there, and the rest is pretty much just repeated messages. So only take the ones that you feel like resonate because we have a lot of people watching, so we're getting some different threads of energy there for some different people. Okay, tell me about, oh, okay. I think when you meet this person, like on an emotional level, you're so ready for them. So ready for them. This is somebody who you feel very safe around. Um, you, if you always have felt like you have to be very alert or hyper vigilant, when you're with this person, it's like you can just let your guard down and just relax. This person is very good for your nervous system. This person is so protective of you, even if you are a masculine and they're a feminine. So no matter what your genders are, um, if this is a feminine person, she's still very protective of you and wants to keep you safe. So regardless of gender, either way. This person also thinks that you're very beautiful. They love the way that you look. Yeah, and for some of you, you definitely have messages in pile one or two because these little flowers in her hair look like daisies or even like chamomile. Yeah, for some of you, you may have lost somebody. You're coming through a very difficult time, though. You've been very brave and very strong on your own, and now you're going to meet somebody who mirrors your strength and resilience. I'm also getting um July, August, September. Those could be birthday months. Somebody could be a Leo or a Virgo or have Leo or Virgo placements. Yeah. Somebody has dealt with a very malevolent person, somebody who was very wicked, somebody who was deceitful, somebody who was even potentially abusive, somebody who wanted to hurt or harm. So this person may have been dealing with someone like that, or you may have. I think you both may have. And that's what the very difficult time is. Um, this person may have had their last partner may have been like this wicked witch, and they feel very safe with you because you are very gentle and protective of them. I feel that you two will be very gentle and protective of each other, having both come through some very difficult experiences. This message is saying that this love is worth the risk. So it might be scary to love again. It might be scary to put yourself out there again or take a chance. Um, but it's worth it. This person may be very cautious to put themselves out again. So it's very important that you just take your time with everything and remember that there's no rush. It's very important to this person to feel safe. It may be difficult for them to trust again, or that may be you. That may be true for both of you. So it is important to be mindful of that and to be very gentle with each other. If you've already met this person, then you are in a period of silence and separation right now. There's no communication between the two of you, and you are being you are being advised at this time to avoid temptation and to think about what truly nourishes your body and soul. So this is a time when you are rebuilding your body and soul after going through a very difficult time, and to be mindful of don't be tricked by another gingerbread house with a witch, right? So this is from Hansel and Gretel. And they follow the breadcrumbs to try to get to safety. And they find this beautiful gingerbread house and they're so hungry and there's food for them. But there's also this wicked witch who wants to eat them. So just because you're hungry and looking for a way out of the woods and following the crumbs, just be mindful. Not every gingerbread house is what it seems to be. So just to be very conscientious and not conscientious, what's the word I'm looking for? Conscious. To be very conscious and thoughtful and aware, because okay, the next opportunity that comes up or the next thing that comes up that seems like an opportunity may not necessarily be your future spouse. And your future spouse is going to be so gentle, tender, and protective. They will adore you, not necessarily immediately, because this person and you're going to take time to unfold and develop into a relationship. It takes time. But this person, like, that's the energy that they have. And so, I don't know, just something to be mindful of, like what is really just like sweet and tempting, but it's not real. I don't know. There's a message there. Let's do these. Tell me about pile three's future spouse. Yes, you're going through a period of transformation, and actually, again, some of you may be releasing somebody. Oh, this person is the perfect key. This person is perfect for you, even though they may seem different than you. They are actually perfect for you. This person is going to be a very good friend to you through the years. This person, yeah, you can trust this person. I love that. Even as time goes on. However, there's another message too that's coming through that some of you have a friend who's passed who is helping to connect you with this person. Some of you have a friend who passed a long time ago who's helping you from the other side. You may also meet this person through your friends. This person has been thinking about you ever since they met you, even though you may not think that they noticed you at all. They did, and they've been thinking about you. You actually may not have noticed this person that much, and you may not really be thinking about them. We've had two messages about roses come out so far, so there may be something about roses that's important to somebody. This person is wondering if you noticed them. This person may actually be very different than how they seemed when you first met them. If you met this person in the course of their work, they yeah, they may be very different when they're not at work, obviously. Yeah, this person is very protective. We have that with Jasmine, Tourmaline, and the other cards that came up. It's also a thread that's been going through all of the piles. In some of these cases, this person either thinks that you're with somebody else or you were with somebody else, and they may have been asking around about you or even Googled about you, looked you up to see, what information there is about you, and they want to know if you're single or not. But they really like what they see. Let's see. I haven't actually got that card before. This person is really grateful to have met you. This person also really likes your attitude that you have about you a purity of heart, sort of an innocence and a gratitude that you really, you're humble. You don't take things for granted. This person is trying to manifest you, and they may actually have had dreams about you in some cases. That's crazy. So a common thread of energy throughout all of these piles is that you will meet somebody. You may not realize what it is that's happening when you meet them or like who they really are or are going to be to you. So you're a bit oblivious, but they've been thinking about you ever since then, and you guys will meet again. So that's kind of a common thread of energy that seems to be going through this particular reading. Or it could be somebody from the past, or somebody's thinking about, yeah, they're thinking about what to say to you. They are trying to think about how to tell you that they feel like you two have a really powerful and special connection, and they want to know if it's reciprocated. They are already thinking that you could be somebody that they would want to marry. If you're in something then they're concerned about disrupting the status quo. Yeah, regardless of whether you're in something or not, they're concerned about the disruption that this could create. If you guys started a relationship, like would that be destructive? Like would that be like what would the consequences of that be? They're actually taking time away to meditate and think about that. They've really been thinking about whether this is something that they should move forward with or not. For instance, if you guys live at quite a distance, then that could be an issue. That's just one possibility. This person really, this person is really attracted to you, though. They are taking their time to think about what they want to do because they think that this could potentially be very disruptive. But what they desire to do is to just rush in and get you. Remember, I see it, I want it. What was it? I see it, I like it, I want it, I got it. Yes. This person actually really just wants to go and claim you. Hmm. Yes. But they're holding back because this is somebody who is not, um, this is someone who does not give in to their impulses. They're very thoughtful. And so they're trying to determine what would be the best course of action. Yes, they're thinking carefully about their choices, especially because either you or them could be healing from heartache or loss. And also because they've dealt with somebody in the past who was manipulative, deceitful, could have been like a gaslighter or just taking advantage of them, using them. I don't know, something like that. Oh, could be a cheater. And because of that, they're much more cautious. They're very cautious. Even though they want to rush in, they're very cautious. Also, they could be seeing you going through something, depending. They're very attracted to you, but they're also thinking about what it would cost. Like financially, what would it cost? This is somebody who could, they're thinking about their children. If they have children, they could be thinking about having children with you. Take it as it resonates. Yeah, so this is somebody who's thinking very carefully about how to approach you or whether or not to approach you, but they will because this is your future spouse, so they will. Okay. Mhm. Tell me about pile three's future spouse. Oh, yes, this is somebody who is a leader, and this is somebody who is very protective. Also, if they have children, they're a good parent. If this is a woman, she's a mama bear, or this could be a man potentially. Tell me about pile three's future spouse. Hmm. Aw, this person feels shy. Again with the good parent thing too. If this person is not a parent, then it's highly likely that they would want to have a child or children. This person is extremely tenacious and they are determined to get what they want. They have a lot of energy. They're a hard worker. They're just trying to decide if this is something that they should work towards or not. So they're putting a lot of thought into it right now. When you are with this person, you will find them to be a very solid, reliable partner because they are very hardworking. This is somebody who has the ability to overcome obstacles because they just don't give up and they are very determined to meet their goals. And they're very thoughtful and they're also humble though. And you make them feel shy. It's really cute. So cute. Oh my gosh. So yeah, they're trying to think carefully about how to approach you because you make them feel really shy. Okay, and I'm getting the sign of Pisces. This person also could be going through an awakening since they met you. This person has a great respect for you. They do see you as very pure and that you have a very pure heart and a pure spirit. But I think that they have to take a while to sort of suss you out to determine if they can really trust that because they do have trust issues. But they will come to that conclusion and they love that about you. They also love your spirituality, however that is. They're inspired by your spirituality and your pure outlook. Again, this person is, you two are being guided together by somebody on the other side. For some of you, this is somebody that you knew when you were young or had a connection with when you were both very young, or for some of you, there is an age gap. In other cases, you both are older, but this connection makes you feel young again. This is a connection that it will feel like an extended honeymoon, like the honeymoon never ends, like you two never get tired of each other. You're always happy together. Not always happy, but you always enjoy your lives together because you both are very virtuous. You both have strong character, strong integrity. Um, You make your life happen the way that you want it to instead of expecting others to do for you. You both have that quality. You both have a great deal of self-respect and dignity. So you both carry yourselves with, as this card says, majesty. You both are very high quality people. I mean, I think everybody has the potential to be a very high quality person, but some people do not make choices that are worthy of their spirit. You are somebody who is living up to the spirit that is in you, and this person matches you in that way. You both live up to the spirit that is in you. You honor the sacred spirit within you, and so you both are people who live with majesty, self-respect, dignity. Within your social circle, you may sort of become like the king and queen, as it were, like that you both carry yourselves that way. People look up to you. Okay, some of you may have messages in pile one. I mean, I've already been seeing some threads of energy that are the same through one, two, and three, but some of you specifically need to watch pile one. That's only if that resonates. This person is very shy around you, at least at first, and they've been thinking about you a lot and trying to think about how to approach you. This person has very innocent intentions towards you, meaning that they don't want to hurt you. They want to protect you. They see you as somebody who needs to be protected. They see you as this message, I think, came through in pile one. I'm not sure. They see you as somebody who is potentially a little bit naive, a little bit soft. I mean, they have a great respect and admiration for you, but they see you as somebody who needs to be protected, that Your sweet, tender heart needs to be protected. They see you as a little bit delicate. They see you as somebody who has had to be very tough because of the situations that you've been in. This actually, okay, so this is even if you are a man, and even if you're a man and this is a woman, okay? And I know most of my viewers are feminine, but look, I'm saying this is without gender. Even if you are a masculine and this person is a feminine, they still see you as somebody who's had to be tougher than you should have had to be. And even if you are a masculine, they believe that you should be able to come home and rest your head and just relax. And they want to be that person for you, and they want to give you a soft place to come home to, and they want to take care of you. And so, regardless of gender, either way, this person wants to protect you and take care of your tender heart. I love that. They want you to be able to feel soft when, when you're at home, when you're with them, that you don't always have to be tough and hardened and careful. But this relationship will develop to that point probably slowly because both of you have been through, I think, a lot. So it may take time to develop that level of trust. Excuse me. Okay, the last message is that you can trust your intuition about this person. This person probably has an intuition about you before you have an intuition about them, but I don't know. It's very important for you to trust this intuition that you have about this person because, again, you may have been very hurt. You may have difficulty trusting, and this person is a good and safe person for you. This is your future spouse, and it's going to be a really, really beautiful relationship that you have with them. And pile three, that is your message. Thank you so much for being here with me today and spending this time with me today, especially for those of you who watched the whole reading. I love it. Thank you so much. I hope that you got really important messages that resonated with you. When you guys comment, I try to reply to everybody. I love it when you guys subscribe. I'm trying to get 500 subscribers. But anyway, thank you so much. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and maybe I will see you in a future reading. Bye, guys.